How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? For my magazine uses conventions such as having titles, subtitles, a date the magazine was issued, a skyline, puff, and some exclusive content advertisements to draw in audiences. Not much representation is shown, apart from a mixed teenager being portrayed as edgy because of his pose and the way half of his face is shrouded in darkness. This is similar to the existing marketplace not only because it looks similar, but also features similar text and styles which remind us of professionally done magazines. For my double page spread, some normal features I used were a gutter, an interview, page numbers, and the name of the magazine, and date issued. There were no genre-related cultural stereotypes, as it only features pictures of nature, the back of a child, and the body of text. The double-page spread is not designed for much of a mass market as a mainstream media magazine, but is cleaner looking due to the lack of images and clutter on the page, versus mainstream magazines, which try to make the page look more fun for younger audiences by adding more pictures and different sections of text. Mine is more similar to the style of an independent magazine, such as Sight and Sound. I did this because those interested in the film would want to read more, as advertising for a film is traditionally on posters and through social media, and a double page spread is for those who already want to read more, not to make people want to read more. For my contents page, some features I used include sections including features and regulars to advertise exclusivity, images, subtitles on the industry, rushes, wide angle, and endings as seen on normal film magazines. There is possibly a happy white couple stereotype represented in the top right corner, which is to appeal to the large target audience of middle-class Americans, Australians, and Europeans. This style is repeated in the bottom right, shown by the goofy-looking gang of white teenagers who seem to be hanging out. This makes the actors seem more like real people, and could increase hype for the film in a similar way to Thor Ragnarok's teasers, showing the actors in the real world, which reminds audiences about the film and sparks their interest. Social status seems to be middle class, and there's no representation of disabled, as they could connote weakness. This is also similar to the marketplace, but still more Sight and Sound themed. Instead of mainstream, I believe this looked more stylish, clean, and sophisticated. Question 2. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My front cover offers exclusivity, and looking away is mysterious, drawing audiences in. As a real media text, these would all be pages of a film magazine. My puff stands out and advertises top 10 actors, which draws interest and curiosity, as readers want to see if professional opinions match their own. The different color of the puff stands out and draws the eye naturally towards it, making sure readers see it. The white text stands out on the gray background, which makes the text pop out and look fresh and clean, as those feelings are connoted through the color white. There are also extra advertisements for freebies at the bottom, so the audience feels that they are getting value out of buying this magazine. The text saying exclusive is also in a light blue, which attracts attention as it's different to the rest of the page and stands out from the gray background. The revenge text intrigues readers on whether he gets it or not, appealing to their sense of curiosity. My double page offers a unique interview with an award-winning director. Exclusivity is not needed, as those interested in the film will go to read this. This alone should not interest them in reading. My double page has images breaking up text and an interview containing information for those interested. Deconstructed, this page contains a lot of information about the film and its intentions, which would be worthwhile for any fan of my direction or the film would read. My contents page offers many features and exciting stories which will make readers want to see them by purchasing the magazine. Deconstructed, it feels as if a lot of effort has gone into this contents page as it looks slick and professional. It offers a professional overview of the magazine without taking too much time away from readers, with small, hidden text and messy images. Question 3. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? Skills developed as I learnt to use Photoshop and InDesign, and how modern magazines are created. I also learnt about different kinds of text and features of each piece of coursework. For example, a puff, gutters, regular, and feature sections for the contents page. My skills using these programs vastly improved, as here is my first draft of the magazine, and here is my final product. I feel my Photoshop and InDesign skills are much better now, and I can create a much more sophisticated product. I understand more about the links between layout and design, as features such as text behind images is often used by professional magazines. Sizing also affects layout, and the spacing of features can change the feeling of the whole product from sleek to messy. As we know, or even subconsciously know, male representation is always shown as strong, intelligent, and good-looking in the media. I tried to challenge this by hiding some of my face and doing a sort of edgy pose, as opposed to standing straight and tall, as males are normally seen. Audiences normally go along with masculine representation of men because they can look up to these perfect people and be inspired to be more like them. I would not have been able to produce this without practice in the film studio and with lighting we have there. I feel my final product is much more sophisticated than the first draft, as it incorporates all the features of a modern film magazine while looking professional, uncluttered, and attractive to audiences due to all the features advertised on it. Question 4. How did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? I used a wide range of technologies during this project, like Photoshop and InDesign for the creation of a front cover, contents page, and double page spread. I learned how to use the film studio, including professional lighting and cameras, and I also learned how to create a website and blog, and how to make this interesting and organize the layout so that it's pleasing to the eye. Some difficulties I faced and overcame was setting up the microphone, creating the desired effect with lighting, and learning how to use Photoshop and get my head on top of the image. Some positives of using Photoshop for my front cover is that images were easier to manipulate. However, the advantages of swapping to InDesign for the contents page and double page spread were huge, as InDesign is better with text, which my contents page and double page spread mostly consist of. With InDesign, you can more easily add drop caps, which are the big letters that start paragraphs in double-page spreads. There is also an option to create a spread of columns which your text slots into,